it lets the future touch the past.
The Hall of Fame, where legends never die and the season never ends. This message furnished by the National Football League.
And back with 2 minutes to go, the balance of our crew as we go through all the names of the folks who have brought you Monday Night Football. The 18 regular season weeks, 4 preseason games, and on to the wild card this Saturday.
Memorable year in many ways, as they always are.
Yeah.
Enjoyed spending my hours with you guys.
It's been great. It's been a lot of fun.
And glad it's coming back to ABC for the next 4 years.
You got
It's a very special happening every Monday night. So proud to have been a part of it for 23 years. And Al, you're what now, 8?
Yeah.
Dan, 7. Longest continuous group of Monday night announcers we've ever had on the package.
Proud to be a part of it. Darn right.
49ers trying to close this one with a flourish, down by 3, 1st and 10 from the 36. Mark Logan makes the catch, spins his way into Philadelphia territory to the 48. San Francisco does not have a timeout. 16-yard gain after a 33-yard completion to Singleton. Niners starting from their own 3, have it at the 48. 1st and 10, Bono retreats, flips it to Logan. And they're in field goal range. He's to the 30-yard line. Byron Evans makes the tackle.
Mike Coper is not one of your long kickers, but they're well within his range, and he is very accurate when you get him inside 40 yards.
With 1:12 to go, Bono throws it away. Everybody covered. 2nd down. 1:08 remaining.
What are we looking at here? About a 46-yarder?
That would match his season's best. He's missed twice from 50 yards and out. Career best. He's had one from 56 way back in 90, but he's not known to be a long kicker.
2nd and 10 from the 29-yard line.
We got plenty of time to run the ball.
Ooh. Well, Clyde Simmons came across. Was he induced? Simmons, who will be a free agent in 1 minute and 8 seconds. On the clock.
Before the snap, false start on the right guard. 5 yards, it's still 2nd down.
Ooh, that'll move it back and in jeopardy of getting out of the range of Mike Coper.
So 2nd down and 15 now from the 35. 49ers without a timeout.
Oh, you're going to see a blitz here for sure.
Eagles leading 34-31. Well, Bono throws. Flag throw. Mark McMillan was wrapped all around Sanjay Beach.
Defensive pass interference, number 29. 1st down.
If this game was for something of import, this would have everybody here going absolutely crazy. No question as to whether or not that was interference.
That wouldn't be Sanjay Beach either. That'd be Jerry Rice.
And it'd be Steve Young throwing it to him.
Automatic 1st down at the 26-yard line. 1st and 10. Bono throws over the middle and incomplete, intended for Mark Logan. William Thomas with the coverage. Clock stops with 1:02 remaining.
Well, 2nd and long, I'll try it again. I would think that Bud Carson ordinarily would come with some kind of blitz action, trying to back up the potential field goal.
Run the risk of the big play, but
you run the risk of giving it all up.
Yep.
You also put the heat on, and they does not look like blitz.
Second and 10 from the 26. Next to Carter. To the 13-yard line and out of bounds.
You know, the one thing you have to think about here is that if you're George Seifert and you're going into the playoffs, you're trying desperately to score a touchdown. You don't really want to kick a field goal and send this game into overtime. You don't want to run the risk of getting somebody hurt. You're going to do everything you can do to stuff this thing in.
Your offensive, all your key players out, you think of, at least celebrity types, are out of the game, but your guys that make it go are still in there. Guy McIntyre, Jesse Sapolo, Cam Wallace.
You know, a part of Seifert, when it comes time to kick the field goal, if they have to, would just as soon not do it.
On first down, Eric Allen nearly had the interception.
You know, this is, if it comes to that field goal decision, and then we've got an Eagle down on the field.
Mike Flores.
You know, if it comes right down to this, fellas, just stop and think. You know he's going to have to do it. He'll end up kicking the field goal and sending this into overtime. But he has proved his point. Nothing is going to be gained, really, by how well they play in overtime. If your goal is to get your team ready to go into playoffs, you know what? You just kneel on the ball. And give Philadelphia the win. You know,
I get the feeling, too, Dan, no matter what happens here tonight, Seifert's not going to come out of this game on balance feeling real good. I mean, he wanted the team to perform a lot better, to be a lot sharper than they've been tonight.
Yeah.
Even though they've had their moments and they played brilliantly through most of the third quarter, it has not been the kind of game that he would have wanted tonight. And Richie Kotite, of course, is trying to go back home and finish the year 8-8.
Mike Flores having a difficult time. We continue to look at him. Mike Flores, who I guess you could say took over Reggie White's spot, that defensive left end. Reggie White, of course, on to Green Bay, and what a change he made in this defense. Clyde Simmons with 19 sacks a year ago, 5 this year.
Calvin Williams striking a very interesting pose over there.
Doing his impersonation of Troy Aikman at the Pro Bowl.
Second and 10. 49ers without a timeout. The ball at the 13. Eagles leading by 3. Carter in motion. On fake. And Bono has to throw it away. Great coverage work done by the Eagles. Andy Harmon dropping Bono to the turf.
That's just good coverage. He had a lot of time to look right, left. Still nobody could come open, and he just had to throw it away. Hey, it's tough down there inside the 10 and the 15, and people are playing the zone defense so well. It's one of the reasons I think the scoring is down considerably. One of the reasons teams have such a difficult time inside the red zone. They have worked on that zone defense down inside the 15 and 10-yard line so much. So many teams use it and use it so well.
Third and 10 from the 13. Carter in motion. And they give it to Logan, and he takes it to the 11. He was down at the 11-yard line.
Well, here comes the field goal team.
Well, they start in, then they stop. And they're coming again.
Got a fake field goal? They're hurrying because...
Well, they got plenty of time.
Play clock. Well, they do, but they're acting like it's a fire drill out there.
Hofer for a 30-yard attempt. Bono to put it down at the 20-yard line. Officially 29 yards.
Doing what he had to do.
Yeah.
Kick the field goal, but
maybe not wanting to.
Maybe not wanting to.
Now, what else do you do?
So that ties the game at 34, and this will be, what, the 4th overtime game of the weekend.
George Seifert in his 5th year, he's got 3 seasons of 14-2. I think he'd much rather see a 11-5 season and a 10-6.
Not a good snap, and a wonderful job by Steve Bono.
Sure was.
Of getting that ball over where Kofer could strike it cleanly.
Oh, but close.
Well, we're looking at our first overtime game of the season, right? Did we have one?
Yes, we had. We came very close in Denver the night that Jeff Jager kicked one at the gun. Raiders beat him.
Jager's field goal by the Raiders that night was the ugliest, winningest field goal of the year. He tossed the knuckleball from what? That was 50-plus yards, wasn't it? Yep.
Well, tonight we've had 8 touchdowns. We've had enough. Well, with the field goals we've had tonight, the NFL establishing a new record, most field goals per game in NFL history this season. What's been going on this year? Well, there have been a little bit more than 4 touchdowns per game and just under 3 field goals per game this year. And we have 12 seconds remaining, and in all likelihood, this one will end with another field goal, as most overtime games do. Not the one in New England, however, yesterday.
Much to Don Schuler's chagrin.
Herschel Walker takes his pick at the 7-yard line, brings it back to the 22-yard line. With 7 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter.
One player we have not seen tonight and heard from is James Lofton, who indicated to me that tonight was it for him. Now in his 16th season and some 14 yards short of becoming the first player to reach 14,000 yards as a receiver. There he is. What does he need? 12 yards? 14 yards?
Well,
12 yards.
We'll run out the clock here, and then we'll see about the coin flip. That's the next order of business. 34-all at the end of regulation, and we'll have overtime for you after this from our ABC stations.
The Critic. One critic called it the best new show on TV. All right, it was me, but I'm very hard on myself.
The Critic, coming soon.
I wanted a car that's been proven, and Sable's always led the way in safety and design. It's not some newcomer.
I drive it too, and when I'm out with the kids, this new 24-hour roadside assistance gives me a real sense of security. And when we got serious, it was obvious that Sable was the best value.
And the dealer told us about a specially discounted lease that brought our payments way down, and it's only for 2 years.
Who knows, honey? Maybe by then it'll be time for a wagon.
Right.
At your Lincoln Mercury dealer, everybody wins.
When you win the Pennsylvania Lottery's Cash 5, we'll give you all the cash all at once. In one lump sum. All you have to do is pick it up. Cash 5. All the cash, all at once. When you win the Pennsylvania Lottery's Cash 5, you'll get all the cash all at once in one lump sum. And won't that feel good? Cash 5. All the cash, all at once.
So what's it like up there? I mean, what do you eat?
Great food from Roy's.
Roy Rogers?
This is heaven. Right now, get 2 double cheeseburgers for under $2. Or get any of these items for just 99 cents each.
Great deal. But you don't actually cook anything?
You must be thinking of the other place.
Oh, I hate this place!
Next, Sally, is your son more important to your husband than your daughter?
Just a few more of the people who helped bring Monday Night Football your way. And we move on to Arrowhead. Pre-game coverage at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. The game starts at 12:30 Eastern. Pittsburgh against Kansas City, game 1. Then Green Bay, Detroit. Both games on ABC, back-to-back this Saturday as the playoffs get underway. Here, overtime gets underway. The 49ers won the toss. They'll get the ball in overtime. First team to score wins the game. You can play a maximum of 15 minutes. Each team gets 2 timeouts. And this is the way the season will end. I guess